Welcome to a busted play, an illegal use of hands to the face short. Hayden, with Tight End University coming to a close now, do you think that more star NFL players should be holding position summits to improve talent across the league?
To be honest, no. Because I think that this entire offseason, the only thing that I've felt like consistent about is the fact that a ton of teams have a question mark at the tight end position, and having a really good tight end can make you a lot better of a team. Around the league, every other position feels like it's just generally that like there's some position that needs to be filled, but like some teams have guys there, other teams don't. Honestly, tight end position, it feels like maybe only a quarter of the league has it like under control. Um, Most other positions I don't feel that way about. Like, not I don't even know where to pick because, I mean, like what safeties? I don't think safeties should. I think there's plenty of good safeties, plenty of good corners, plenty of good. I don't know. Throw whatever you want out there. Like I don't think it's anywhere near like the level of like I guess sort of just underwhelmingness of some tight ends that are starting nowadays in the league. I mean, the fact that Jimmy Graham is like on a year to year basis for the past like 4 years been a starting tight end to me is wild. Like he shouldn't like come on. We don't have any more talent to pull from here. You got young guys coming up like Robert Tanyan and that type of thing, but really it's not near as much like young talent, or not even young talent, just talent in general that we need to see from a position. So I think the tight end U thing kind of like calls to that. It's like, hey, we're like we kind of need to build this thing up because we can be so much of a weapon in the NFL, and for whatever reason, we're just not as much.
Yeah, I do agree with you in the fact that tight end is kind of one of the most anemic positions talent wise in the NFL. It's just it is so obvious if you have a guy and if you don't have a guy when it comes to the tight end position. Uh I do think like you'd probably I think it's great though that this could build up talent and make tight ends across the league better. It's awesome to see old guys too, like Greg Olson is a part of it there. He's running through drills with guys. Delaney Walker's there, but I think Delaney Walker's still trying to find a job. Um, just all these guys, whether it be I didn't see if Lee Smith's there, but just blocking tight ends. I saw other guys there, traditional blocking tight ends, all the way to like Jonnu Smith, Travis Kelsey, George Kittle, those guys. I don't know why I said Jonnu first, but just flat out wide receiver or wide receiving tight ends. And then you got blockers and you got guys that are in the middle. And they're all running through drills and everything, making talent across the league better. I don't know if you want like Patrick Mahomes giving away the secrets to why he's so great and some of his mechanics and all that. If you're the Chiefs being like, whoa, bro, we got a good thing going here with you. We don't need you telling like Josh Allen, Dak Prescott, all these Lamar Jackson, all these guys your secrets that are going to make it hard to win football games now. Uh, but I'd like to see a running back one, just offensive skill positions. I know that there's already cream of the crop there, but if you could just like raise the floor for all those positions, just with how offensive minded the NFL has become, and just making rules for offenses to be even better. I would love to see basketball scores for football games if we could just get these camps going
Oh
and having the talent across the board get better.
man, I'm like the only one who enjoyed the Rams playing the Patriots in the Super Bowl. It was like it was a great game. It was a one score game the whole time. How much better can a game get? Yeah, but I mean, I love watching the Rams play the Chiefs 3 years ago too. I mean, I don't really care. I just root for a close game if it's not the Bills playing, obviously. No, but I think
Mhm.
the other interesting thing here, if you want to talk about just the skill position players on offense in general, I'd love to see a guard camp. I mean, why do we need to hold a?
Yeah,
But here's what I'll say about the skill position thing specifically. You want to talk about asking these guys to get together. You want to talk about asking, like, I'm just thinking of the characters we have. Like, Patrick Mahomes, he feels pretty level headed. Josh Allen probably is too. But, guys that are up there in age that, like, have set their career in stone, like Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. Can you imagine being the guy to pull up to them and be like, hey, you want to show up here for a week just to, like, give us some of your secrets, like. And realistically, I don't think there's that many things that like those guys can really tell other NFL quarterbacks that they may or may not know. There's just something else that holds them back. I don't know if just like 1 week of conversations with them would be enough to really like change like Mitch Trubisky into, I don't know, what would be like the elite version of Mitch Trubisky, Bobby
A
Douglas.
mediocre starting quarterback.
I don't know. Just thought of the Bears again there. Yeah, but like I just don't know how like having a week long conversation with those guys would do much of a difference. And I don't know if you'd be able to get the guys together either. I think the nice thing about doing tight ends is it's kind of like an under the radar enough position that really, if you get the top 3 guys to show up, everybody else is gonna too, because
Hmm.
it's only really like the elite of the elite are considered like the top 3 guys at the position.
Yeah. Yeah, I really do enjoy what they're doing. I hope that tight end U goes on for many more years and there's a changing of the guard eventually where like Kyle Pitts and some of the other young Kyle Pitts, Mike Gesicki, all those guys eventually take over as the heads of it when Travis Kelce and George Kittle are no longer able to. Uh but for now, we just got tight end U. I'd love to see RB U, wide receiver U, all that stuff coming to fruition. Defensive tackle U, everything.
I can't wait for D
I
tackle you.
One thing I can't picture though is corner U and seeing Jalen Ramsey like trying to teach guys without him just mocking them the entire time. And being like, that technique's terrible. That's terrible. You are garbage. You will never be as good as me. Like Jalen Ramsey seems like the worst teacher ever.
Yeah, I don't like I said it with quarterbacks, but I don't see it happening with quarterbacks, receivers, or corners like anytime soon. Even maybe defensive ends. Like defensive ends are getting paid so well now that like defensive
You see
ends are
the post
nicer
game
guys
stuff.
usually, but
Yeah.
yeah, no, like yeah, I agree with you on the
Y-
corners thing 100%.
Yeah, well, you see the post game stuff. Like I remember a couple years ago, Joey Bosa's rookie year, Tom Bahali came up to him and was showing him some technique stuff and everything. So defensive ends are more willing to do that stuff with the younger guys because I think they just want the position to keep growing. But there's always going to be great edge talent.
Yeah.
I don't think it's something like you've made it to the pros, so you need to take that step up now, like there is with tight ends. Because I think the floor to like just be an NFL tight end is probably the lowest out of any position.
I mean, if you wanna talk about like edge talent, I mean, I know this is kind of stupid to bring up, but like we got edge guys in our like high school football scheme that honestly are probably like the size of like safeties or linebackers. It's literally like lining up Jamal Adams at defensive end, and the thing is like we talked about with Seattle before, Jamal Adams led the team in sacks.
Hmm.
I mean, I think there's something to be said for running a 3-4 with like 3 beefy D linemen and then have those edge guys as outside linebackers just be like fast and like literally like safeties. Just have them be like safeties.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and I know that's way off topic. You just got me thinking about that because of the defensive end stuff. I don't know. I'd like to see. I want to see innovation. I love this game. If people get creative with it, even more so. If they get really
hmm,
weird with stuff, I'd get excited. Even if
oh yeah,
even if it's failing miserably, it's like yes, creativity.
yeah. Just change, constant change, and if these summits are the next best thing to bring some talent change to the NFL, I'm all for it.
Yeah. If these summits like actually bring like sweeping change across the league, that will be something that I can say I never expected in the entire
It would
world.
be insane to see tight ends just like be the number one receivers on teams now because of how good they are after this one camp,
Yeah.
learning from like the three best at the position.
I don't know how long it is, but like this week long camp literally just makes tight ends unstoppable now. Be absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
All right. Well, I think that's all I got. Are you all set?
yeah, I think we could cut it here.